Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have got a message for Cancer today, really good message. The last couple of weeks have been really rough for you, and this is a really great message. I'm so excited about it. To let you know how this works, I have asked my guides and spirit to bring a message through the cards that is at once specific and deeply spiritually meaningful for you. And as this is a collective reading, some of the information may be speaking straight at you, and some of it may be useful spiritual truths that will help you navigate your week anyway. I know that if you're watching this video, these messages are meant for you. So I'm really excited to get started. So let's just jump right in. The Seven of Pentacles energy is the energy around you this week, the energy that's going to kind of influence how you feel. So with this card, we have the idea of potentials, of looking to see if it's the right time for something or not. So it's kind of like a strategy card. Like, is this time to make my move, or is it not time to make my move? Are things ready for me to move forward? Are they not? So it's not specifically saying take action or don't take action. It's kind of in between. It's a limbo place where you're kind of considering, like, is it the right time? Is it not the right time? Kind of feeling your way through it. However, your response is with the Queen of Wands, and this is a very empowered, upbeat kind of energy. And so you're like, nope, I am ready to move forward. I am ready to get this party going and to get this show on the road. This Queen of Wands card to me is suggesting that you're really ready to take action, that you're ready for some movement, and you feel pretty confident and pretty assured, like self-assured, like you're sure and confident that this is the right direction. And I love this feeling for you because, like I said, the last couple of weeks have been pretty heavy emotional weeks. So, and of course, because it's Cancer, they had me draw extra cards for you. So let's get straight into the extra cards. We've got the Magician, we've got the Six of Wands into the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and then the Death card. This is really good news. Just because we're ending in the Death card doesn't mean you should be freaked out. So you can freak out if you want, but I see this as really good news. So starting over here, the Magician, and this goes along with this Queen of Wands energy. Like there's a spark ignited in you and you're like ready to put this spark into action, whether this is your new life forward or they're giving me a sense of power. Like you're just finally feeling, I know I said the word empowered before, but like you're feeling really good and confident and empowered to take those next steps. And so you're saying to the universe, all right, this is what I want to have happened. You're ready to manifest this new way forward. And they keep drawing me back to the word spark. So something is ignited within you. Something is lit up, like you're literally like on fire. Wands are fire. So you're ready to go. And because you've made this decision, because you're feeling confident, because you're feeling illuminated and lit up, the universe responds with the Six of Wands. So it says to you, yes, I recognize it. I've seen it. I understand what you want. And perhaps you've already seen some of this manifest on the physical plane already. It's not totally everything that you want like yet, but you're seeing some movement. You're seeing some signs that, yes, my ask has been heard. And this is like the public recognition of that spark. So with the Magician, the spark was on the inside. Now the Six of Wands takes it to the outside. Next, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And I love this because you're also willing to put in the hard work. So you may have had some beginner's luck where you see that thing that you've wanted manifesting, but now you understand that you've got to put in some more hard work. And I feel like these cards are actually pretty sympathetic together. They're not fighting each other. So this idea of having to put in more work and having to put in more energy is okay with you. I guess because you're feeling so energized and empowered and you're like, well, if this is the direction I want to go, then I'm going to do what it takes to get there. I'm going to do the hard work. We've also got the Four of Swords here, and this is a double reminder that in the middle of all this hard work, you do need to take some time to rest, and you need to take some time to reflect and remind yourself of that direction. The presence of these two cards, the Magician and the Four of Swords, is talking about manifesting, and manifesting begins here. It begins with an idea. We get emotions about that idea, and then when our emotions are finally strong enough to drive some action, then we take action and the universe goes, oh, that's what they wanted, and it sends it to us. So, this is another spiritual lesson in manifesting for you, but don't forget the mental component. Because I think what happens is as you've asked, you've started to see some results, and then you keep doing the hard work, it's like you're discovering different facets. So, maybe, okay, so if you're buying a house and you're like, okay, well, these are the things I'd like to see in a house. And then you start looking at more houses and more houses. And then you start adding to your list of wants. Like, okay, I also would kind of like a deck. And I'd also kind of like a backyard. Or, that thing didn't matter so much to me. Maybe I don't need 2 stories. Maybe I'd be okay with one, but I definitely want a backyard. So do you see you're kind of refining what's going on with you? And that is bringing me into mind of the Seven of Pentacles, the refinement of, is it the right time? Is it not the right time? So because you're refining what you want through the 8, this Four of Swords is saying, okay, but make sure that it gets into your picture so that you have some quiet time to manifest and visualize this new thing that you want to have happen. So as you're picturing this house, now you're picturing it with the deck and with the beautiful garden in the back and with whatever it is for the dog to run around. Do you see what I'm saying? So that your picture of what you're trying to manifest is growing and changing as you're working on it more. And your guides are just saying, make sure that you're aligned with it. Because if you don't take the time to align with it, you're going to get what you previously ordered, which was the house without the backyard and without the deck. And they're saying just make sure you keep your desire up to date. So now we come to the Death card. And I love the Death card in readings because it says to me that we're going through a new door. And the idea of death is always tied to rebirth. It's never like death, game over. It's like death and you've got another life coming. Death, we've ended this phase of your life and here comes the next phase. So whenever there's a big life change happening, it's very likely that the Death card is going to come up because it's giving you the permission to let go of the old stuff and to walk into the new stuff. And it's amazing because it's along the lines of what I was talking to you about. Let go of that old picture you had in your head and you've added on to new. This is that Death card on a much bigger scale. So what it also means is that because the universe has answered you and you're doing everything right, I just love that you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right. You have to understand that your world is going to change because of what you've asked for. And it may change in ways that you're not expecting or that you haven't anticipated, but it's all because of what you've asked for. So I'm trying to think of what would be a good metaphor for this, and I'm kind of staying with the house thing. So if asking for this new house means that maybe there's going to be a slightly higher mortgage, maybe there's something you have to let go of now in your planning so that you have a little bit more cash to do a down payment or to make those things. Or perhaps asking for this house and getting this house means that your whole way of life is going to change. Maybe stability is going to look very different for you. Or maybe there's more responsibilities that are going to come up. There's just things that we don't know of, but the Death card gives us permission to walk forward towards that new. But I just want to emphasize that there are going to be some old things, whether they're belief systems or people or habits, or they're giving me the word clothes. So that your appearance, the way that you appear to other people, so your identity in some way. I mean, it literally might be clothes for some of you, like changing uniforms, But whatever it is, there is going to be some letting go. And I think this is an important point because sometimes when people manifest and they think, yeah, I would love to have this, they don't also realize that they're also manifesting a death at the same time. They're asking for the death of the old without really knowing it. So, why would this be important for you to know right now? And it's really to help you embrace your new life with an open heart. Because what you've asked for is what you've asked for. Your heart desires it, your soul desires it. It's kind of telling you not to be shocked when you're asked to let go of something old. And likely you'll be in two minds about this old thing because it'll be comfortable, which will be familiar, and that's kind of hard to let go of. But at the same time, you're going to feel like it's like the shoes are too tight, like you've been wanting to get rid of it, and now it's finally time. So I think this is coming up for you because they want you to have some help navigating that conflict because the shoes metaphor is great. You know, if you have a favorite pair of shoes that you love, but they don't fit, sometimes it's hard to get rid of them because of the memories you have with them and you love the way they look and you remember how they used to feel, but they don't feel good now. So when this thing comes up, just understand that's what's going on. You're conflicted between wanting to move forward and still being kind of tied to the past. And sometimes it's really hard to let go. And the death card is just saying, let go. It's okay. You're doing everything right. We're going with you. So, yeah, great reading, guys. So for those of you really working on yourself, congratulations, because we didn't see much progress last week, but this week we're really seeing a lot of progress. So really, really good. And if you're new to this channel, you are so welcome and encouraged to subscribe so that you can stay in contact with this high vibration information every week. And it really helps you to move forward on your spiritual path. If you're curious about more specific messages for you from Spirit, I do have some availability for readings open this week. You're welcome to check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com. I'm also doing tarot classes to help you get in touch with your intuition, and those are online and over Zoom, so you don't even have to be in my same state. So if that's something that you'd really like to learn about, please reach out because I really love teaching. I love helping people open up and getting this wisdom for themselves. So I look forward to seeing you next time and have a great week.